I'll give you the example of President Roosevelt of the US in 1932, when the USA was facing what was called the Great Depression. Severe recession went across the US economy. Job losses were all through the economy. When President Roosevelt came in 1932, he hired an economist called John Maynard Keynes. You hear of him a lot in the world of economics. And what did he advise President Roosevelt? He advised him and said, the US government has no financial limitation. As long as it is the creator of the US dollar, then it has no financial limitation. There are other limitations, but not a financial limitation. So what did they do? They hired hundreds and hundreds of thousands of US citizens. They went and created hundreds of projects across the country, and they funded them. How did they fund them? They couldn't have funded them from taxes. They were in a recession. They funded them by creating the money, by printing the money. They backstopped every job. They backstopped every tender that they awarded out. So they paid to resuscitate the economy by money creation, by money printing. And this is what governments need to understand. We've had bad cases of money printing, Zimbabwe, so on and so forth. But there are positive cases of money printing. Do you know since 1932, to date, the US economy prints about 10% of its currency, 10% of its annual budget. It simply created. It calls it a fancy name. In the world of economics, we call it deficit funding. But in layman's terms, they print 10% of their annual budget and inject it into their government life cycle. The year 2020, the year of Corona, they created 50% of the economy. That was their Corona war chest. It was gotten by money creation, by money printing by the US government in one fashion or the other. What nations such as Kenya needs, what a nation like Kenya needs to understand is the government is the source of the Kenya shilling. And if it is the source, how can we use that source? How can we use that tool in a non-inflationary manner to inject liquidity into the Kenyan market?